Today we are talking about the cross-linking abilities inside of Twist. Twist is an application that we've been using for 3 years now as a way to team communicate and just keep in touch with each other, but in a much more mindful approach. We've partnered with Twist today to dive into this in a series of videos, so you can check out a link in the description if you're interested in Twist. So here I am with our Twist account, sort of real time. First things first, if you don't know what sort of channels and threads are, it's slightly different to other applications. So you've got channels on the left-hand side, which are sort of just general areas that you can talk about a certain thing, and then in the middle you've got threads. We've done a video about threads in a bit more detail, which you can find as well. But what I like about posts that are inside of or threads is they're much more focused on a goal-based work. So for example, this one, week 43 is our plan for what we have for the coming up week. And it's nice because what's great is it's all focused towards that piece of work, but it doesn't limit to what I can link up and connect up into that thread. So if I've got something somewhere else, I can use quick actions, and that's a slash command, to access a few different things. So I can reference a specific channel. Now this can be quite helpful when you're trying to connect things up, like somebody's looking to find a certain area, or they're looking to get started. You could use this for employee onboarding. This can be a great way to do it. But you can also thread reference, and this is something I really like inside of the application. So if I were to go and press plus, and I would type in important dates in October, I can link thread, which is really helpful because if I go ahead and I post it, and I go ahead and click into it, it automatically takes me to that location. And what's really nice is it gives an indicator that it was referenced in these plans. So you can keep always a constant eye on where it's being referenced and how it's being referenced inside of this communication. Now, I really like that you can also do this in messages. Obviously, we use messages a lot less, I'd say, than we use messages a little bit more than threads, but probably the same amount actually, because we just keep in touch with each other on smaller things like editing and things like that. But you can do the same inside of here, and I can remind key things that are sort of may not to be missed, for example, that can be quite helpful. Now, what's great as well is you can continue to sort of link up the reference in channels from here, which is great. So if I want to link up editing, I can do, and I can constantly keep in communication about what is being said. And what's nice as well is when you're going throughout the posts, say you are doing a trips feature, I could be like, remember to check important dates and link that. And then I could say, also make sure to post in, and I could reference this one. And it's just a constant way to bring all of your knowledge from existing different places that may traditionally have been siloed into one location, which is really, really nice. And what's good as well is you can obviously post it to people that matter in your team. So if there are people that you don't want to message about a certain thing, then you can have that notification sort of switched on and off, which is really nice. One thing I mentioned in the last feature is obviously one of the great things is you can save threads. This is something I do on a quite routine basis because I like to have a place where it's like favorites or starred, and you can see here that if you ever wanted to move or close that thread, you can have it all here. So I really like how this is sort of connected up inside of your account. And one thing that I think a lot of people like is just the ability to be able to sort of set up integrations with Todoist. Personally, it's sort of been a huge time saver when it comes to just making sure things aren't missed. Whereas in, say, like Slack, previously found that information was just sort of going up the stream way too fast, and we found that that was a little bit of a tricky thing. So I recommend having a look at this and seeing what you think of that sort of general connecting up ability and cross-linking in Twist. Thank you very much, folks, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that it was helpful. Please do subscribe if you're new to Keep Productive, and I'll speak to you in a future video. Cheerio, folks.